Some people take things way too far, and Dungeons & Dragons is no exception. We all know that guy, the one with the dice tower, the expensive character journal, and the beautiful metal dice, probably painted all fancy. Well, that's nothing, because today I'm going to be taking things too far. See, I'm in the market for some classy D&D merch. I got a new game coming up, and I want to impress my table of players, and I am willing to pay any cost. So I asked for a list of the best D&D merch that money can buy, and I'm sure it'll be filled with things that are perfectly normal, not at all weird, and totally affordable. So let's have a look. And of course, the very first thing we're gonna need is some dice. And here we've got some Usyk dice, Walrus Bacallum, for $2,870. Very reasonable so far, okay? And they are very pretty, I will admit it. Look at that, it's beautiful. Usyk is a term used in native Alaskan cultures to describe the bacula of many mammals that inhabit the frozen north. Chiefly among those are walruses, seals, sea lions, and polar bears. The Usyk is a polished and sometimes carved baculum of these large northern carnivores. It's one of the densest bones in a mammal skeleton and is used quite often in scrimshaw and tool making by the Inuits. These particular dice have been crafted from walrus Usyk that has been resin stabilized and are inlaid with copper. A little over half the dice in this run came from walrus Usyk that was exhumed from an abandoned Inuit village. You've gotta love dice that require an in real life D&D adventure to locate. And what the hell is walrus baculum anyway? Let's Google this bad boy. I see. Talk about rolling bones. Also, I love the fact that there's just one little customer review here. 5 stars, apparently. Let's see what he says. Verified owner. Got it really fast. Really good looking dice. Well, hey, I'm glad to see that somebody's pleased with them. Unfortunately, though, we can't pick them up. They're all sold out, wouldn't you know? I guess walrus is pretty rare. We are still gonna need some dice, though. And of course, some mammoth ivory dice. Why not? It's a little bit cheaper than the walrus. And you gotta love any product that has a disclaimer starting with, due to trade bans in the following states. This is mammoth ivory. It's really popular too. 15 customer reviews. This can't be actual mammoth ice. I mean, where did they get this ivory from? Mammoths were a huge, woolly-tusked beast that went extinct around 10,000 years ago, though a small population did survive on a remote Arctic island until about 6,400 years ago. Mammoth bones were first discovered in America by European explorers, though they were erroneously identified as bones belonging to giants that lived before the biblical flood of Noah. It wasn't until African slaves were brought to America that woolly mammoth bones were correctly identified as being, and then it just stops. Very premium so far. So is this actually mammoth ivory? Is this really mammoth ivory bones? Like, these are fossils. What the? Let's look at some of these reviews. I will never own anything as precious as this dice is to me. The craftsmanship is beautiful, and I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. Well worth the wait and price. Plus, they give you a chunk of the mammoth tusk if you want proof. This is insane. Just dice made out of fossils, why not? And here we have the duality of man. Not only is this a fascinating conversation piece, but it rolls very well too. On the inaugural roll out of the box, it rolled a 20. Like the Roman bone die of old that augurs well. You won't be disappointed with this. Contrasted with the very next comment that says, the most stunning set of dice I will ever own. They are amazeballs. Absolutely fantastic. This is bizarre. I feel like there is something a little bit unethical about taking the tusks of mammoths and just using them for a game of D&D. I don't know why. It just feels a little bit odd. I'm loving the gumption out of Jack here. I didn't get these, but I want them. Please send them to me for free. People are really heavily rating these mammoth dice. Holy hell. Alright, okay, you've sold me, commenters. We're gonna be picking up a whole set of mammoth ivory dice. Oh, the players are gonna love this. We're gonna inlay it with iron, because I pay the iron price. Let's order the full set, and that's gonna come to a very reasonable $2,459. Excellent, excellent. Now, I'm gonna need a DM screen from which to roll my dice behind so that I can fudge all my rolls. Okay, so let's find ourselves a DM screen. Oh, look at this sexy little number. This is dogmite.com. You can get sculpted screens or engraved screens, signature series. Infinity screens look nice, but I think we want to go for the full custom art screens. Let's design our own, hell yeah. I got some sick deviant art. It's gonna need to go up there. I made it in paint, so that'll look pretty good. All right, let's get it made out of Bolivian rosewood. Very nice, very nice. And of course, we're going for a mosaic. It's adding on another $385, and we need some selective stain, of course. That's $300 more. And we're gonna want this to have, I'm thinking we're gonna have 4 panels. 4 panels, maximum hinge. That's what we're gonna need here. All right, that comes to $1,320 with the mosaic. And of course, we are gonna need a custom dice roller as well, because we are playing luxury D&D here, people. We will not stoop to roll our dice. No, no, no. We will have the machine do it for us. So let's pick up the Valhalla Bastion. This builds itself straight into the DM screen. Oh, baby. Some space-saving measures right there. We're gonna want that to be made out of mosaic as well on maple. And we're gonna want the words "your design" here written on it as well, because we're going very postmodern. Yeah, and on the back too. So those are adding $75 on top. Oh, and made out of prismatic silver. Don't mind if I do. Add on some charcoal felt on the inside. Very nice. Add to cart, please. And that's not all. We can add all sorts of stuff onto this. So let's add some GM screen scones so that I can see the adventure that I'm running and my characters can't see their own character sheets thanks to all the mood lighting. You shall play by candlelight. I shall have the sconeses. All right, we want these to be made out of a beautiful wenge as well. It's another $50 added on top. Why not? Nothing but the best. Really feels like we could just keep adding stuff to this all day. They really want me to buy some more add-ons, don't they? Let's pick up some inspiration tokens too. Get that made out of canary wood. Oh, and we're gonna need to track initiative too. That's gonna cost another $48. Add on all the different charts. And of course, a pen holder. Okay, very nice, very nice. Feel like that was a pretty reasonable buy. So far, we're being pretty reasonable. I was sent this. This is a Roman glass gaming die. This is a very, very old school die. Very old school. Before numbers. In fact, that might be a little bit of a problem. Well, there's a 1, but there's no 20 on this, it doesn't look like. How the hell am I gonna crit on this thing? I'll just say every symbol is a 20. So unfortunately, no longer available to buy anymore, but this dates from ancient Roman times. And it looks like it was sold for $17,925. Not a bad little price, not a bad. Provenance, acquired by the current owner's father in Egypt in the 1920s. So funnily enough, this D&D die was found in a Call of Cthulhu game. Again, now we have our DM screen. What have we got next? What in the name of, oh my, what is this? This is a Dungeons & Dragons Owlbear trophy plaque. And there was me thinking that owlbears weren't real. An encounter with an owlbear is a battle to remember. Now you can have the trophy plaque to prove who came out victorious. Please note, this wall hanging unit is a heavy object. We recommend professional installation. Where are you gonna get that guy? Hire a handyman in the white pages for trophy installations. Yeah, this is my owlbear trophy. If you can put it up on the wall there between the manticore and the hydra, please, thanks. It's huge. Oh my god. Look at the size of this thing. Wow. Okay, this is like way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh my god, this is massive. The only problem with this is I feel like it's pretty unethical to hang an animal on your wall that you yourself did not personally hunt. So I'm not gonna buy this thing. I will pay the iron price. Nah, who am I kidding? It's only $450. At that price, how can you say no? Yep, this is definitely gonna impress the players at my next game. Definitely a conversation piece. Who made this? Who is this for? The trophy plaque comes with everything you need to mount the plaque to your wall. Incredible. And of course, we're gonna need to play Dungeons & Dragons at a table, and I don't have one of those yet, so we're gonna need to pick one up. And here we are, we're at Wormwood Gaming. We can reserve our place in the queue for $1,000. Wow, okay, it's like a very expensive DMV. All right, so we'll pay $1,000 and reserve our place in the queue. All right, there we go. But in the meantime, let's look at some of the prices, see how much we're gonna be paying for this bad boy. Ooh, and you get your very own selection of wood. Very premium. All right, so we've got a bunch of different wood options, but it has to be ebony. I want that ebony. So the table itself is going to cost us $33,250. Throw on the topper for $6,000. We're going to need a couple of chairs. I think I'm going to need 4 because Dave can sit on the ground. So each one of those will be $3,700. And of course, we're going to need a bunch of cup holders, large cup holders, organizers, card organizers, a power pack, whatever the hell that is. Why not throw in a topper storage bag in case I'm ever traveling with my topper? Yeah, sounds good. All right, excellent. Pop that into the calculator. Awesome. Yeah, looking pretty good so far. And then of course, we're gonna need miniatures. We're gonna need miniatures for our game. And where else to go but Hero Forge? Because I want my miniatures to be custom. But how many miniatures are we gonna need? Wow, you could really go as far as you want on this one. I'm DMing the game and I have pretty much 3 accents that I can do. 3. So I guess 3 miniatures will do me. So we'll start off with 6 orcs, who are all going to have French accents. Sacre bleu! Alright, so we're going 3 minis. We'll just make some pretty cool miniatures here. And of course, yep, looking pretty normal. Pretty reasonable. Yeah, perfect. I'm sure the players will want to get to know this guy, especially when I imbue him with a ridiculous French accent. And of course, because he is in a marching band, he's gonna need the Shaco hat. Perfect, done. Finishing touch. All right, now let's see. How much are these going to be? We'll do one of them as a centaur. Why not? Ooh, minotaurs. Let us buy. We're gonna get these printed out. We're not 3D printing these ourselves. Please, we're playing premium D&D. All right, so how are we gonna get these things cast? And obviously, gotta be metal bronze. There we go. And for the centaur, it's gonna be $200. But for all the others, it's gonna be $100 each. Yeah, we'll add that to cart and order that now too. The only way to play Dungeons and Dragons, obviously, with miniatures. But I'm not super pleased with that. I don't think that's gonna be enough minis. I mean, I need like a boss, you know? So let's see, what am I gonna have for that? I could buy the Owl Bear action figure. Oh, I'll throw that in. Aha, okay, here we go. This will do. We're gonna have Tiamat, the deluxe edition version of Tiamat. All for only $2,140. There you go. That is very reasonably priced. What makes this thing deluxe? Why is this more than $100 over the other one? Oh, it comes with a light up feature. So there you go. That probably worth it. Some LEDs in the mouths. Probably worth over $100. I mean, it looks pretty epic, though I wonder if there was any photoshopping done on this. Although obviously not the background. That's just the Wizards of the Coast HQ. Premium Collectible Studio presents the Tiamat Deluxe Statue, an incredible Dungeons and Dragons collectible for only the bravest of adventurers. Oh boy, you said it. I kinda love the idea of playing in a game with somebody who bought this Tiamat miniature, and every single time we get closer to the big boss fight, we just do a 180 and totally go off script. Oh hey guys, actually instead of stopping Tiamat, let's start a bakery. The nightmare DM scenario. Spent $2,000 on this boss fight. The encounter never happens. All right, well let's pick that up as well. Perfect. Man, this game is really coming together. These players will not know what hit them. And while we're here, why don't we stop at the Guinness World Records most expensive RPG product? So, I've never seen this before. I mean, could this be more expensive than the Walrus dice? Let's find out. So who? The world's largest dungeon. Where? The United States. When? August 2004. Pretty old. In August 2004, Alderac Entertainment Group released World's Largest Dungeon, a 1,000-page role-playing game book with nearly 1 million words and 100 maps. It is retailed for a record $99.95, the most expensive RPG product ever. Guinness, I think this might be a little bit out of date. I want to introduce you to a website called Kickstarter. Not only that, but like, even in 2004, $99 was the most expensive something got. Jesus Christ, inflation really has gone out of hand. Maybe they're lying to us. I mean, that's nowhere near the Walrus dice. I mean, I guess technically you could use the Walrus dice in any game. So I suppose not necessarily just RPGs. I mean, still though, $99, that's not a lot. And then, of course, because I might seduce one of the players at the game, I mean, after all, players are always asking for DM favors, and the DM needs to get her favors back. I don't want to appear like I'm not the biggest D&D fan in the world when we get to the bedroom, so I'm gonna need to pick myself up this bad boy. Oh yeah, this is the big, bold comforter, making your bed the favorite part of the day. Characters, Dungeon, and Art Dragon gift for fans, comforter, $177. Queen sized. Let's slide that bad boy up to king. Oh yeah, that's $201. Now, can you imagine waking up every morning to that vivid, full color print? Living the dream, my friend. We're 100% picking that up. And how could I forget? We need somewhere to keep our dice. Jeez, we're putting all this money into mammoth tusk dice and we're not even gonna take care of them? We're gonna need something here, but it can't be just a simple dice bag. We're gonna need something a little bit more secure than that. And what's more secure than a reliquary? Okay, we've got ourselves a reliquary here. We're gonna make it out of the most beautiful wood. Let's see, Patagonian rosewood. Oh, to die for. And of course, we're not gonna have some satin finish like a peasant. No, we're gonna have ourselves some French polish to go along with the single French accented NPCs that I'm going to be running. And of course, we're gonna need to add on a custom engraving on top of that. A lovely little floral engraving. And inside we're gonna have some suede. And finally, inset of 7 dice for our 7 mammoth tusk dice. Excellent, excellent. Add that bad boy to cart. Only problem though, what adventure am I actually going to run? I mean, I've spent all this money, probably Lost Mines of Phandelver. That's probably what I want to run here, right? That is the best Dungeons & Dragons adventure ever made. Legendary edition of Phandelver and below, the Shattered Obelisk. Because we're premium Dungeons & Dragons players. We're not just gonna be running the normal adventure, there's gonna be a follow-up too. Lost Mine of Phandelver has been long considered one of the best D&D adventures of all time. Discover what lurks below in Phandelver and below, the Shattered Obelisk, a high fantasy adventure that begins with the familiar story of Lost Mines of Phandelver and then delves into the perilous Underdark. This adventure is designed to take characters from 1st to 12th level. Our Legendary Edition comes packed with the kinds of high quality content expected from B&G. The entire adventure broken down into easy to manage booklets, a whopping 32 battle maps, 5 all new faction badges. Oh, very nice. I mean, how will you know what faction you're in if you don't have a faction badge? 5 WizKids painted minis. Ooh. Unique DM screen, which we'll obviously get rid of because we've already bought our DM screen. 19 in-world handouts that will thrill and immerse your players. Yeah, like a flyer for the freak show. 60 encounter cards, including cards for all of the new monsters introduced in the adventure. 43 magic item cards and bonus adventures. 4 original encounters you can insert seamlessly into your Phandelver campaign. And miscellaneous DM and player aids. Perfect. Excellent. This sounds exactly what I need. Oh boy, I'm sure my players are going to appreciate this. Okay, now this is the perfect opportunity to resolve one of my biggest problems I have when running Dungeons & Dragons. Unfortunately, by the 7th hour of running a consecutive game, I'm starting to run out of energy. Oh, duh, we forgot about our coffee. Throw on plus 20 for the single origin. Oh no, that puts us over budget. Oh, this coffee has ruined us. If I can't have it all, I don't want any of it. I mean, I know that you can play Dungeons & Dragons for free, but how are people expected to get immersed into a game without an owlbear trophy on the wall? And I really had my heart set on that walrus tusk dice. Oh well. But hey, if you want to find out some DM advice that doesn't include spend $66,000 on D&D merchandise, then check out this video here. And if you want to help support me get to a stage where one day I can buy some walrus dice, then please go to patreon.com/discoursminiatures where you can get exclusive live streams, secret videos, and even hang out with me in exclusive chat rooms. Ooh. And a huge thanks to all my patrons, especially Sonic Bread, Crypto Kev, Mistress Arby, Novany, and Travis Hunter. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll catch y'all next time. Bye-bye.